Menu narration set to 100. Menu narration set to 100.
We've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Denver Broncos. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guy's been on a 2-game slide since winning their opener a few weeks back. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the grab. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Randall. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. 2nd down and 6 now. Here's Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
They'll run on 1st down. Randall. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
To throw is Nix. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. You look at this Jaguar defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Strong start by this defense. Third and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. To throw, here's Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Randall. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. You look at this Jaguar defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass. Currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they played in the first month. They have to be very proud of being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Randall, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. From the gun on third down, it's Nix. And it is caught. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Coming out the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective third down play to move the chains. On first down, Randall. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he'll get it inside the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They'll run on first down. Randall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Nix to the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 3rd down, Randall. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down.
Jeremy Crawshaw in punt formation for the Broncos.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it looking at 4th and less than a yard. Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And they'll get him down up past the 15. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has a 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside. They sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers. If the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
At the 26-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a Jaguars first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
The Jaguars at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to a good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
Now 2nd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Operating from the gun, Gibson. Looking middle, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the Broncos' 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 2.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be hemmed in and blocked down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. Looking to throw. Gibson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
1st down.
And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
To number 35.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
2nd and 7. Warren will try the right side.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Gibson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. It's a quarterback sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Gibson. And that is incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Gibson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Sanders is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. This, the first official Sunday of fall, the final week before byes kick in. A full schedule of 16 games on tap. Let's roll. Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The Titans at home for a divisional matchup against Houston in the AFC South. And this is the Texans wideout. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Texans are now 4-0. What a first month as they continue to roll. Next, let's go to Landover, Maryland, just outside the nation's capital. Looking in on the Commanders, they're hosting the New York Football Giants. And here's Wan'Dale Robinson. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Giants have won 2 straight since the Week 2 loss. They go to 3-1 with the victory. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts hosting the LA Chargers. And it's Justin Herbert. On target with that one, he had 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. The Chargers bounce back from the loss in Week 3. They move to 3-1 with the W. With that, time to look at the rest of the action here in Week 4 as we wrap up the first month of the season. Meanwhile, in our game, not much offense to talk about, just 1 field goal on the board, 3-0 the score, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. two, but only got one. Fourth down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Prior to that, they were 2 for 2 on 4th down conversions in this ballgame. Now 3 for 3.
And you've got to figure their luck's got to run out at some point, doesn't it? I will just tell you from a defense's point of view, someone has to step forward on 4th down and make a play himself because they're just letting it happen to him right now.
Throw left side complete. That's Dawson. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. On the give, it's Warren. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Gibson. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close? To the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
3rd down and 6. Throwing Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll send the tight end in motion. On 1st down, Randall. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figured out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level. Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. They're not through it or they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They run the counter. Randall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stop.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Hold on, set. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Nick's going to keep this himself.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
A handoff for Warren. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The offense on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On the run, it's Warren. And he is going to have a Jags first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Gibson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the stiff arm made a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now a run to Warren. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the 4th quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
At the 42-yard line.
Running left, it's Warren.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't like to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
First down, Jaguars.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's one. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
They'll run it. Warren. He's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They toss it to Warren. Past the 20. 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jalen Warren, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the Broncos now down 10-0. A little under a minute 50 remaining. They've yet to score all game long, but now they need to do so twice in short order to have a shot. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now it's Nix. Complete to Bryant.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
13 yards on the play. That's another draw.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. First and 10 here.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Nix once more.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
It's now second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
For the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's third down. Nix going to keep this himself.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good.
And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left.
Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's second and 10 now.
Looking to throw. Nix.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Operating from the gun. Nix. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. They'll go for it. Here's Nix.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
First down.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
Well, you know what they say. It's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
So for Jacksonville, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew.